I do entreat you, not a man depart save I alone, till Antony have spoke.
Stay home and let us hear Mark Antony.
Let him go up into the public chair. We'll hear him. Noble Antony, go up.
For Brutus' sake, I am beholding to you.
What does he say of Brutus? He says for Brutus' sake he finds himself beholding to us all.
For best he speak no harm of Brutus here.
This Caesar was a tyrant.
Nay, that's certain.
We are blessed that Rome is rid of him.
Peace! Let us hear what Antony can say.
Gentle Romans.
Peace! Oh, let us hear him.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often turned with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus had told you that Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously had Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man, and so are they all honorable men, come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me, but Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffer spill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When but the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, he is an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause would hold you then to mourn for him? Oh, judgment, thou art but a brutish beast, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is there in the coffin with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me.
Methinks there is much reason in his saying.
If thou consider rightly of the matter, Caesar has had great wrong. Has he, masters? I fear there will come a worse in his place.
Mark ye his words, he would not take the crown, therefore 'tis certain he was not ambitious.
If it be done so, some will dear by it.
Poor soul, his eyes are red as fire with weeping. There's not a nobler man in Rome than Antony.
Now Marcus begins again to speak.
But yesterday, the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. Now lies he there, and none so poor to do him reverence. Oh, masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong and Cassius wrong, who you all know are honorable men. I will not do them wrong. I rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than I will wrong such honorable men. But here's a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet. 'Tis his will. Let but the commons hear this testament, which farther me I do not mean to read, that they would go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds, and dip their napkins in his sacred blood, yea, thank a hair of him for memory, and dying, mention it within their wills, bequeathing it as a rich legacy unto their issue.
We'll hear the will.
Read it, Mark Antony!
The will!
The will.
We will hear Caesar's will!
Have patience. Gentle friends, I must not read it. It is not meet you know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stones, but men. And being men, hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you, it will make you mad. 'Tis good you know not that you are his heirs, or if you should, all what will come of it.
Read the will!
We'll hear it, Antony.
You shall read us the will! Caesar's will!
I have overshot myself to tell you of it. I fear I wrong the honorable men whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it.
They were traitors! Honorable men!
The will. The testament.
They were villains! Murderers! The will! Read
See what a rent the envious Casca made? Through this, the well-beloved Brutus stabbed him. And as he plucked his cursed steel away, mark how the blood of Caesar followed it, as rushing out of doors to be resolved, whether Brutus so unkindly not or no. For Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge, oh you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. For this was the most unkindest cut of all. For when the noble Caesar saw him stabbed, ingratitude, more strong than traitor's arms, quite vanquished him. And then burst his mighty heart. And in his mantle, muffling up his face, even at the base of Pompey's statue, which all the while ran blood, great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there, my countrymen, that you and I and all of us fell down those bloody trees and flourished over us!
Noble Caesar!
Woeful day!
Oh, traitors! Villains!
To this bloody sight!
We will be revenged!
Revenge! Avenge! Seek! Burn! Fire! Kill! Slay! But not traitor!
Stay, countrymen!
He's there! Give him the
We'll hear him!
Follow him!
We'll lie with him!
Good friends, sweet friends, let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. They that have done this deed are honorable. What private grief they have, alas, it would not have made them do it. They are wise and honorable and will no doubt with reasons answer you. I come not, friends, to steal away your hearts. I am no orator as Brutus is, but as you know me all, a plain one man, that love my friend, and that they know full well that gave me public leave to speak of him. For I have read which no words, no worth, action nor utterance, nor the power of speech to stir one's blood. I only stir my own. I tell you that you yourselves to know. Show you speak things. Poor dumb mouths. But were I Brutus, and Brutus acted, their wording, Rome of Georgia, would have taken every wound of Caesar and to move and show the throne to rise and do it in!
Burn the house of Brutus!
Away then! Come, see the conspirators!
Spare me, countrymen!
Peace! Ho! Hear Antony! Most noble Antony!
Wherein hath Caesar thus deserved your loves? Here is the will, and under Caesar's seal, to every Roman citizen he gives, to every several man, 75 drachmas!
Most noble Caesar! We revenge his death!
Oh, royal Caesar!
Moreover, he hath left you all his walks, his private arbors and new planted orchards this side Tiber. He hath left them you into your heirs forever common pleasures, to walk